when they raise their hand. So, and last, please mute yourself when you're not talking so we can minimize the background noise. So we're going to start our class by getting an oil. If you have an oil near you, I have Kid Power tonight because this class tonight, we're going to focus on Gize oils. So Kid Power is a lot like a kid version of Valor. So I love this one. So if you have whatever oil you have near you, you can put that on and breathe that in.
Some people are not muted. You might want to remind people to mute.
It creates that background.
So if we can all mute, that would be awesome. So we can minimize that noise. So today's topic is kids and oils. So as caretakers, we naturally want what's best for our kids. We want them to be safe and healthy. But unfortunately, our world is full of toxins that can build up in their little bodies, and that can endanger their health. So these toxins are found in the environments that we live in, the places we go, in foods, drinks, personal care products, supplements, household products, among other things. There's many places where we can be exposed to toxins. So I'm so glad you guys are here because I can't wait to share some incredible tools with Tina that you can have in your toolbox. So things that you can reach for your kids. I've been feeling very confused before. So I know what that feels like to not know like what oil to use or how to use it or, you know, how to care. Sorry. My son's texting me right now. So anyway, sorry. So I've been there, not just feeling kind of helpless when the kids were little. There was a time where I just didn't know how to use the oils for them, and I didn't know what to use and if it was safe. And so I felt really helpless in being able to help them. So tonight we're gonna go through the entire Young Living Kids Sense collection and cover ways that you can start incorporating them into your daily routine so you can set your kids up for success and give their growing bodies exactly what they need to thrive. So first I want to cover quality. So there are many products sold to us on a regular basis that contain toxins that can accumulate in our bodies, and especially in our children's bodies, because we have to remember their bodies are a little bit smaller than ours and they're still developing. So we definitely don't want that to happen. And so it's important to choose products that are truly safe. So many products are being advertised as all natural, but are they really all that safe? I found that not to be true. With a lot of the products that I've been using in the past. And so that's why I switched everything over to Young Living. I'm going to tell you why it's really, really important to me where products come from, where the individual ingredients come from. So the packages are pretty, the labels are clever on some of these brands, but the more you dig in, the more you find out they're not the best quality. So when you shop with Young Living, you're getting quality products that are backed by what we call seed to seal, which is a guarantee you won't find with anyone else. You can expect that Young Living will provide you with only the best, and that includes their essential oils and their wellness products. I love that we have over 700 products to choose from. A lot of them are very kid friendly as well. And so some of the things that you can expect from Young Living are plant material that's grown on corporately owned farms or carefully vetted partner farms. And all of these farms you can visit. So you can actually see the process for yourself and how it's done. They utilize sustainable farming and sourcing practices, which provides the purest oil. The great care is taken to preserve and protect the natural resources as well. They hand weed the fields and they use 0 pesticides. So Young Living produces oils that retain all their natural constituents and therapeutic properties, which is what we want. That's why the oils are so effective, because they contain all those natural constituents and therapeutic properties. Our process uses food grade distillers with state-of-the-art design and distillation methods, which is really important when we're creating the oils, what you have in your bottle. To me, it's really important because food grade distillers are more healthy for the oil itself. So when the oil comes out as an oil, there's not a whole bunch of other things that have leached into it. So the food grade distillers are really important. We use low pressure, low temperature distillation. So again, preserving the constituents in the oil without the use of solvents or synthetic chemicals. So surprisingly, there are brands that do use synthetic chemicals to extract, and we don't do anything like that. We have a rigorous testing on each batch by internal labs and third-party facilities. So the end product are oils that are carefully reviewed through every step of production in order to meet or exceed industry safety and purity standards. So that's beyond organic when we're all done. And I know that's a question that's been posed before. Why doesn't it say organic? Because we exceed the standards at Young Living. So the best part is if the oils don't meet the high standards, they're actually rejected, and Young Living does not bottle them. So Young Living would rather have something go out of stock than let an inferior product slip through to us as consumers of the product. So that's great when it comes to your kids, because you know that these are clean products. So right now, for example, we're out of ImmuPro and we're all dying to get it back in stock. I love that product.
Me too.
That one's a really good one for kids too. When, you know, at certain ages, you can start using it, but we're all very patient because we trust that Young Living has our best in mind, and they want to ensure that we're getting the best quality ingredients. They don't just go off the, you know, to the marketplace and grab ingredients and keep making the product. We actually wait until all the testing is done and we know that we're getting the best product that we can get. So sometimes we do have to wait a couple months, but it's rare to find a company with such high standards, to be honest. I've tried other companies for cleaning products or oils or whatever, and they didn't impress me at all. So that's why Young Living impresses me the most and why I continue to use their products, because quality means a lot to me. So if you guys want to know more about that, they do have a website, seedtoseal.com. And that goes a little bit more into depth of their processing for the oils. So before we dive into the oils themselves, we want to discuss using essential oils with kids. So according to some schools of thoughts, oils shouldn't be used on children. So do yourself a favor and do not look online for advice on this topic. You will scare yourself into not using them for your kids. But remember, not all essential oils are created equally, which Young Living takes great care to ensure that you're getting the best of the best, which is oils that are safe to use on and around your kids. A lot of us here also use them on our pets. And so that's how you know these are really great products, is when you can use them on your kids and your pets and know that they're safe. So when we're using oils and supplements on kids, we just have to take into account that they have smaller bodies and they have immune systems that are still learning and growing. So we just have a few safety tips that we follow. So when in doubt about oils and kids, just dilute the oil. There are no like hard and fast rules about dilution, so don't stress over it. You just want to start slow since their systems are more sensitive than adults. So a good place to test it is on their feet. And we also have a line of products from Young Living called the Kid Sense line. And all these products are, you know, specifically formulated and blended for kids. And these rollers here are diluted, which I love. So we'll go into some of that. But that way they're already pre-diluted, so you don't have to do it yourself if you don't want to. So thankfully the oils from this line make it really easy, and there's no guesswork in it. Never drop oils directly into eyes or ears for your kids or yourself. Be aware of any blend that contains citrus oils because they're photosensitive. So just don't put them on and go out in the sun for about 12 hours. So, you know, hide it here behind your hair or something where you're not going to be exposed to the sun. So start with just a few drops or less when using or diffusing around your kids to see how they respond to a particular oil. I've never had an issue with my kids and oils, and I've been using them on them their entire life. But that's probably why, because they're used to them. So I have not encountered any issues with any oils with them so far. I don't have it with me. I meant to have it with me, so I'm sorry, but Young Living has this cute little owl diffuser that a lot of us with kids have. And it's a humidifier, aroma diffuser, night light, white noise machine. It's all in one. So it's definitely a must have in our house for my girls.
I think it's right here. Geez, I don't know if you guys can see it.
There's the little owl diffuser and the kids love it. The little feet have a little, you can tap on them and they do different things and kids love it. So don't get overwhelmed by application and which oils to use. Just get the oils on and around your kids. So the oils will do their job. One thing I do love is I get my kids involved in the oil process. I let them help me buy the oils and pick them out. I let them smell whatever they want, pick out their favorites. They all have little oil bags in their room with all their favorites. They whip up their own rollers and recipes, and that's been really fun to watch. They love getting to participate, even with my oily classes. At some point, they'll be on here too. And they love that they get to have a say in what goes in the blend. So they'll pick up a blank roller and they'll start throwing oils in there and they'll create something. And it's really fun to do together. So I, for one, really like using the oils with my kids and getting them involved. So is Rebecca Olson on here? Did she?
Can I just take a little second to welcome everyone? I don't always see everyone's names, but I know Trisha Lopez is here, which is amazing because I haven't seen her in a long time and she's in another state. And then we have, it looks like
Sherry and Julia and Lee.
Yeah. Juana Cardona. Oh, there's Claudine. And we're gonna have some shares from Claudine in a little minute. There's Emily.
And
Honey, Juana is one of Merle's new members. Hi, Juana.
Yay, welcome. That's right. We just welcomed her in the Company of Angels recently, I think. Oops, I just shared the wrong screen again. Here we go. Oh. Okay.
Well, it's so nice to have everyone on here. Thank you guys for coming. I was going to see if Rebecca was on here. She was going to do a share, but since she wasn't able to come, she has littles. So she has, her youngest is 3, I think. And then she has, I think, a 6-year-old, and then she has 2 older boys. And her kids love the oils they've only been using them, I think now maybe 7 or 8 months. And they love the oils. They love, particularly, I think it's the Sleepies. I think they love this one the most. So we're going to cover that one. So anyway, the first oil I'm going to cover is Tummy Gize, and that is this one right here. It's the Kid Sense. They come in, it's really cute. They come in like rainbow. So that way you kind of know which color to grab for which oil. I have the blue one around here somewhere. Here.
It's coming.
There we go. So they come in all these colors. So the green one is the Tummy Gize, and Tummy Gize is the perfect blend for little tummies that aren't feeling so well. So it contains 7 oils that are specifically formulated and blended to soothe and relax. So Spearmint, that's the one I pick out when I smell it, the strongest. Spearmint, a little gentler than peppermint, and it enhances relaxation. It has peppermint in it, which is supportive and soothing. It has tangerine, which is rich in limonene. So Tina, can you just take a side note? Can you tell us what limonene is? Limonene.
And by the way, can I just interject that we use all of these oils on adults as well. It's just nice because they're pre-diluted, and some people think that only kids can use them. But honestly, like my son when I first got this kit for my grandson, my son was stealing Sleepy Eyes for himself and Snifflies and Tummy Gize for himself. So I realized right away, I was like, wow, they're just slightly diluted so that they're just easy to use. And so I just want to welcome everyone to try the kids oils. I have some friends that are so big on kids power. They diffuse. In fact, Vanessa diffuses it all the time. So just a side note that all of the kids scent products are also great for adults. They have a little more carrier in them. It's a great idea. Sometimes you might not have an oil for rest or calm, but you do have Sleepy Eyes on hand. You might try that. So anyway, go ahead. What were you going to ask me to do?
So what are the benefits of limonene from tangerine?
Oh, okay. So limonene, how do I say this compliantly? So limonene is the #1 highest research constituent in and around cancer. So if you type in on PubMed, limonene cancer, you're going to see 1 million articles about research that they've done. Now, I'm not saying that limonene is going to treat cancer. I'm just saying that there's a lot of research being done, more than any other researched constituent on the face of the earth for limonene. And it's in a law of the citrus oils. So it's very, very awesome to have to support your health and keep your cells healthy. Let's put it that way.
Perfect. So then that's in the Tummy Gize. And then there's, Go ahead.
This is Deborah. I only see Tina's Gmail page. I don't see.
Oh, sorry. Thank you. I have the other one up, but I don't think it's sharing to that page. So
No.
I see it. Thank you for letting me know that. I'm all thinking we're on that page. Okay, let me see if I can get rid of the other one and see if it will show this one. It went off and I didn't know how to bring it back. So I went all the way back into my email to pull it up. Okay. Do you guys see it? I don't know. Let's see. Yep. I'm not getting the option to share it again. So I'm not sure really.
You want me to go ahead? I can do it.
You can?
Yeah, let me see.
Okay. Because it's
It's
just not giving me, I have it up on my computer, but for whatever reason, it's sharing a different page in my computer. And I'm not really sure why.
okay. Hang on. So stop. Can you stop sharing? Let's see if I can share.
Oh, here, stop share. Oh, wait a second. New share. Let's see if that works.
All
Wait.
right.
Oh, you got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you see hers?
Yeah, I see kids sent. I see it now.
Thank you for letting me know that.
Okay, so let me find my spot here. Okay, tummy Gize. Here we go. So, all right, so the tummy Gize has the fennel in it, which is used as a digestive aid. And that's been used for thousands of years as a digestive aid. And it's mentioned in one of the oldest known medical records, the Ebers Papyrus. So that's that's an herb and an oil that's been used for a long time. It also has ginger. It soothes, comforts, and balances. It has cardamom, which protects the stomach. It has anise, which is a key ingredient in our essential zyme supplement. So this one you're going to apply to the belly button and rub clockwise in the clockwise motion, because that follows the normal digestive pattern. So
Unless it's number 3.
throw up?
No, when you're sliding into first, and then you want to rub counterclockwise to slow it down.
True.
Good point, Laura.
Thank you.
Raise your hand next time.
Oh, I don't know how. Oh,
I know, I don't either, actually.
Okay, so we apply this every 30 minutes for an hour as needed after that. So you can apply it, several times in a row until you feel like it's working really well. And then, do you have anything else you want to add to the tummy Gize? Any tips or anything like that? Because I'm going to move on to snifflies.
I just think it's amazing. I love it. I love that they have the roller balls for the tops of these, and this is such a friendly product. And so, yeah, if they have too much digestion happening, you could do it the opposite direction, if that makes sense to people. So normally it's clockwise, unless there's too much happening, if that makes sense.
so same with adults, of course. Sorry, Christy, I didn't mean to jump in there like that.
Oh, no, that's okay. No problem.
We love it.
Juana has a question?
I do. Thank you everyone for this Wednesday wisdom there. I'm excited and learning a lot, which this is kind of where I've joined Join Living to learn, and obviously we want the best for our kids. So thank you for doing this. But I do have the tummy Gize. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. But I have I didn't order because I wasn't sure. And I'm glad I joined because I wasn't sure the difference between the rollers and like there were just a lot on the page. So I just ordered the oil itself. I don't have the roller. Do I have to dilute before I put it on my baby? Or can I just put it on?
Want me to answer that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, can you guys see me? Because I can't see me, so I can't tell.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so how old is your baby?
She will be 7 months in 2 weeks. So she's 6.5.
So this is pretty well diluted. I would always, so I don't know if you've seen Young Living's V6 or if you have maybe an organic coconut oil or another organic carrier fat seed oil. So the way I would go about this, I'm pretty comfortable. Like I will take that and whether it's a roller ball on there or not, take a few drops, get it really stretched out over my hands, and then try just a small amount, see how the baby does. But I have a carrier close by if there's a sensitivity or the baby gets uncomfortable or something like that. But typically a 50-50 dilution, but this is already diluted. So I would start with that, and you can always do just a little drop inside her wrist or his wrist, and just see how the skin's doing with it, because sometimes when they're not feeling well, they can be more sensitive than other times. So that's just a rule of thumb. Does anybody else have a little idea about that?
Oh, honey, I raised my hand, but if you're asking, I'm just gonna add that
Yes.
Juana could just buy one, honey. You can just buy the bag of balls. They're called Aroma Glides, and then it's the exact same thing, even though you didn't buy the roll on.
Right. So she's saying she has a single oil without the roller gliders, which is fine. But
Exactly. But if she wanted to buy the ball, she could put that on.
Yep.
Just wanted to add that. Yeah.
And I will give you the truth. I'll just throw this in. So when my grandson was born, he's 9 now. It was my first baby that I got to work with. So literally from infancy forward, we didn't have these right away, but by the time he was maybe 8 or 9 months, we did. And we were able to put those on without any extra dilution, but I did always keep a carrier around, but that was him. So, but we would always, before we had those, I was always mix them about, a few drops of carrier with that. So, but he did great. We would rub his body down all the time. When he started to get sniffly, rub his whole body down, his feet, his spine, his belly, and he would sleep and feel great in the morning. So, yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you for the answers. I will go ahead and do that. Thank you.
Yeah.
And Sienna has a question or comment.
Hi. Hey, everybody. I just wanted to add that I have an 11-year-old in 2 days, and I used the oils on myself and on her whole entire life. So I have a lot of kid and baby oil experience. So if you run into any other questions, and we didn't have the kid scent oils when I started. So I just used the regular oils and just diluted everything a lot. So, but having the roller ball is super convenient, especially if you're oiling a baby like in the middle of the night. You're not dealing with like a lot of extra steps. So
Yeah, good point.
Mhm.
Thanks, Sienna.
Yep.
Totally.
So we're gonna move on to Snifflies. Snifflies is one of the favorites in our house.
Yep.
This blend is amazingly effective. It's rejuvenating, refreshing. It's perfect for the lungs. And it contains a lot of oils. So let's start to cover all these oils. So there's eucalyptus blue, which is a unique oil, eucalyptus oil, grown in Ecuador. So that's from our Ecuador farm. And then the Palo Santo, known as the poor man's frankincense, lavender, balancing and calming, Dorado Azul, which is recognized only as a weed in Ecuador until Gary Young analyzed it for the first time and gave it an identity. The Ravencera oil, which has purifying properties that are a cross between nutmeg and clove. It smells kind of cinnamony to me. There's myrtle in it, which is balancing and soothing. There's Eucalyptus globus, which is a second kind of eucalyptus that's also found in our Breathe Again product, and can be soothing to the muscles, which is great for the lungs. Marjoram, which is known as the herb of happiness, and that's good for muscles. Pine, which shares similar properties with Eucalyptus globus, and their actions are enhanced when combined. And then a third Eucalyptus citriodora, traditionally used as a perfume in linen closets. Cypress, which gets things moving, gets things broken up and moving. Eucalyptus radiata, which is a fourth eucalyptus that's cleansing and purifying. It has black spruce, which is releasing and grounding properties, and it has peppermint. Not just good for our belly, but it opens up our air. The peppermint does a lot of things. It's good for the allergy blend that we have that can help support.
You mean the seasonal irritants?
Seasonal irritants, yes. And it's also good for, it can be helpful for headaches. It's in our Imgreen product. So we have a lot of things with peppermint. But I think it smells really good. My daughter puts this up her nose right here, just like this. It around here, and she grabs it. She like panics when she has a sniffly nose. I don't know what it is, but she doesn't like it. So she will grab this and she will literally come to me 20 minutes later and go, I can breathe. So this works really well for her. I use it too. I mean, Tina's right. I use all the Kid Sense oils. One of my favorites is the Kid Power we're going to talk about. And I use the Sleepy one. I use most of them on myself. It's good to rotate them in and out, I think. So with this one, you can apply it to the spine. Spine is a really good place to put oils. The bottoms of the feet, also a very good place. You can put this on the chest. You can put it on your nose and do a Kylie thing. And you can diffuse it if you have the oil itself. And that's really nice to diffuse. It smells really good. It's very eucalyptus-y smell. And then just start with a few drops and just see how it goes and move on from there. So does anybody have any questions about that? Or do you want to add anything, Tina, about the snifflies?
Go ahead.
Sorry, this is Deborah. Are we on another slide? Because I still see tummy Gize.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Refreshing and perfect for little lungs.
I was supposed to handle that, but I was having technical difficulties.
If you guys can see in the slide, what is on the end is what Laura was talking about. It's a little roller ball. I don't have any handy with me right now, but you would basically, I'm trying to find an open one. You would basically take off this little plastic piece and you'd stick the roller ball on there. It's called a fitment. And I like those in a lot of my products because it just makes it easy. You just take the cap off and you just roll it on instead of dropping. It allows it to be a little bit quicker. So that's what it looks like on the Snifflies bottle right there.
But there is a set of roller balls also with, the longer bottles with all of these oils, right? You know what I'm saying? Like that one.
Yeah.
So you can get them like that too.
Yeah.
Those are 10 milliliters and these little bottles are 5. Just a side note.
They come in 5 or 15. Yeah.
Oh, you can get Kid Power in 15. Yeah. But
Yeah.
I mean that little set,
I love the little set.
It's fun.
Getting. So how many people have struggles with their children at bedtime?
Are we going to sleepy eyes?
Oh my gosh. 5 minutes after I put my youngest one to bed, she comes in, I can't sleep. I'm like, pick an oil. And she always picks this one. So I like this one. I think it smells really good. I usually just wrist behind the ears, keeping it sort of where I can smell it because I like it like that. It's perfect for calming and relaxing and balancing the mind and body before bedtime or nap time. So this might be a way to sort of help facilitate your children and yourself into a more relaxed state. So it contains all these oils. So it has lavender, which is relaxing, harmonizing, balancing. Geranium, excellent for the skin. It fosters peace, well-being, and hope. Roman chamomile, which is calming, soothing. It's perfect for adults, children, and pets. Tangerine, which helps to maintain a healthy lifestyle. Bergamot, which is relaxing to the mind and body. Sacred frankincense, which is mood elevating and relaxing. Valerian, which promotes feelings of relaxation and eases occasional restlessness. And Ruda, which is also rue, and that has sleep inducing properties. So we use this blend before bed, like I said. I like to use it because I feel like it supports me. It's not like it makes me go to sleep. It supports that transition from being awake into needing to, calm down and go to sleep. I'm a TV watcher at night. I like it. It helps me also. So I use this and then I go lay down and then it helps me by the time I'm ready to go to sleep. It just kind of helps me ease into that. So you're all starting to get an idea of the attention to detail that Gary Young put into our oils. I feel like I really appreciate him a lot because I feel like he took a lot of time to put these blends together and have it be, appropriate for kids. And he really made some great blends and wanted to make it easier for us to apply too. Because there's a lot of oils and a lot of questions with them. So he was very meticulous. He did his research and he selected the right oils to put together. And when paired together, they create a really magic blend. So once you experience it for yourself, I think you'll be really amazed at the results. I personally have watched people transform after they started using the oils and realizing how amazing they can be in your life. So I'm gonna go shut the door because my dog won't stop barking. So Tina,
Go to the next oil if you want, and I'll start working on it.
do you have anything you want to add for the sleepies?
Yeah, so I was calling it Sleepies forever. I think it's actually Sleepy Eyes. I don't know what it is. Does anybody really know? But that's the one that Brandon, my 30-year-old son, stole from me. So yeah, that's a really amazing oil. So the high-strung people, this is great if you use it on the brain stem also, because then it's going right into the glandular system at the brain level, and it really helps. I mean, it can be on the chest, it can be on the feet, it can be wherever, but I think right at the back of the head where the little divot is, right at the center of the back of the skull, kind of at the base of your neck, right where your head kind of starts connecting to the top of your neck. There's usually a little divot spot there. I really like that with the roller ball ideally, but if not, on my finger and then to that area, and that breathe it in, and you're taking it to the front of your brain and the back of your brain. So
I definitely agree. That's been one of my favorite spots to apply oils. And now that's what I do
all
with
of
my
them.
kids.
Yeah.
I just apply them right there because they go right in.
Yep.
So where would you say, just as a side note, where would you say is the best place to apply oils to kids?
Well, everyone would say the feet are the perfect place to start, because it's an area that never seems to have any problems. It's like such a great spot. But I got very comfortable right away with my kids when they were in junior high and up through adulthood, and then my grandkids now. Feet, spine, chest, back. Those are most the areas. The back of the brain stem. Those are the most the areas I use the oils. Yeah, the spine is great because that's kind of where a whole immune system is. It affects all the organ systems of your body. And later we're going to talk a little bit about Raindrop. But yeah, so because I was so proficient in Raindrop and used it on my children all the time, I learned that using oils on the spine was amazing. And I saw the results right away. And so there's a spinal cord in your spine that the oils can actually come in and reach. And the molecular size of the oils actually goes really deep into those tissues. And there's things that lay dormant in those cords that are affected in a positive way from the essential oils, keeping things clean and keeping things healthy, and all the things that you want for your children, for sure, but also for your all your family members. The husbands are the biggest children, right?
It's one of my favorite places to apply it to the spine.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It goes right in.
Yep.
And even when you do Raindrop, you can see it disappear. It goes right in.
Yep.
So
agreed.
Okay. So the next one's Owie. That's this one. Owie. So the name of this blend says it all.
Right.
It involves way more than you're probably thinking. So you can grab this oil when your little one has something on his skin that needs soothing. You can even grab it to help ease emotional and mental hurt or stress, an area that we might tend to overlook. Children have to work through some of the same feelings and emotions as we do. So at times it can be harder for them to process that because they are still developing and growing. So oils have a very powerful effect on the emotional center of the brain and can be a great tool when helping your little one deal with emotional trauma of their own. So I didn't know that this blend was used for that as well until I did some research on this product. So I really like this product as well, but I like that it's you can do a few things with it. So this product has Idaho balsam fir, which I love all of our tree oils, all of them. They can be grounding, soothing, rejuvenating to the body and the mind. So everyone probably knows by now, I always talk about evergreen essence because I love that one. It has so many oils in it. So this one's main one is the Idaho balsam fir, which you can smell when you smell this one. Then we have tea tree, which is cleansing and supports healthy skin. Helichrysum, known for its restorative properties, works on bruises as well. Alemi, which is in the same botanical family as frankincense and myrrh, which Alemi is great for the skin as well. Cistus, which has more of a honey-like scent, is used for stress and trauma. Hinoki, which is energizing and uplifting to the mind. Clove, which supports overall wellness and is our main ingredient in Thieves. So you can see again how intentional Gary was in choosing the oils that are useful for the physical body, along with the emotional minds to benefit the body as a whole. So didn't figure Owie to be the one that would reach our mental and emotions as well. So with this one, you can just apply it on the skin when there's cuts, anything like that. Again, to the brainstem and spine when we're dealing with emotional and mental concerns and stressors. So is there anything else you want to add to that?
No, I think you covered it perfectly. I love that. I love that it's so simple. And even my grandson, who's 9, he'll know to grab Owie, because he understands what each of those names are, and he knows what to use for himself, which is pretty cool. They learn really quick. So he gets that one a lot because he's in sports.
Nice. Okay.
Any other mama comments on that?
Yeah.
Sienna? Claudine? Deborah?
Claudine's going to share a little bit when we get to another slide.
Okay.
So we're going to talk about Genius now. I do love this oil. There's a lot of oils in it. So I'm going to cover all the ones that are in it. So Tina, you might have to interject with some of these. Okay.
Okay.
Really good at the science. Okay. So speaking of the mind, this one, obviously Genius is used for brain health. So this one is perfect for helping young minds focus and concentrate on projects and the task at hand. So I like to put this one on when we're homeschooling or, we need a little bit more focus. I use it for myself. So I diffuse it like right here when I'm sitting here trying to work. So this one has sacred frankincense, which is high in sesquiterpenes, which send oxygen to the limbic system of the brain. Blue cypress, which is used to aid in the body's natural response to irritation and injury. Cedar wood, which promotes a sense of security and peace. Idaho blue spruce, which is relaxing to the mind and body. Palo Santo, which is used to purify and cleanse negative energies. Melissa is a really nice oil, by the way. Soothing, calming, good for easing stress. Northern Lights black spruce, another one of my favorites. It's grounding. Bergamot, which contains mood lifting properties. Myrrh, which helps balance the production of many vital hormones. Vetiver, which is grounding, calming, and stabilizing. Geranium, which is strengthening and revitalizing. Royal Hawaiian sandalwood, which is emotionally balancing and grounding. Ylang ylang, which is used for balancing both female and male energies. Hyssop, which is known for its purifying properties. And rose, which is very high in vibrational frequency. So just because these oils are part of the Kinsits collection doesn't mean that you don't need to use them on yourself. So my favorite. So it smells sort of, I don't know. I pick up a lot of things in here. It's kind of sweet, but also you can pick up those tree oils in here.
Yeah, there's a lot of earthiness to them. Some people don't like the smell, but it's very effective. Very effective.
Yeah. So again, it comes in the both kinds, so you can choose whatever, but I think it's kind of, they're the same. It's just one's a roller, one's not. So, but when you buy these, you can buy them in a kit, which is really nice. I like that. So you can get them all. So is there anything else? Anybody have any questions or anything you want to add, Tina?
No, I think you covered it. It's good.
Okay. So with this one, you can apply this one again, back of the neck or that little divot spot, earlobes, forehead, wrists, any of those places, diffuse it. Okay. So the next one is one of my favorites. I don't know what other people think about Kid Power, but it reminds me of a kid's version of Valor. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I love this one. It smells like, I don't know. It smells like vanilla sort of too. It smells like Valor with vanilla.
Yeah, you're right. It does remind me of Valor.
And it does have the blue tansy in it too, like the Valor does. So it's unique everyday blend formulated to help inspire feelings of confidence, courage, and positivity at home, school, or on the playground for kids. It can inspire, motivate, and empower them for their best day every day. It helps children find their power within. If it's anything like Valor, which I think it is, it's very grounding.
Julia said it smells like candy.
It does. There, it smells like
That's
cake.
what it is. That's why we like it. We never get candy.
So this one has orange, which is a bright, uplifting aroma. Vanilla, that's vanilla. So creating a comforting, welcoming atmosphere. Black spruce, which is earthy and grounding to help balance the senses. Hoe wood, which provides a floral, relaxing aroma. Blue tansy, which has the floral aroma. That's what makes it blue. And that is uplifting to the senses. And frankincense, popular for meditation and promotes a comforting environment. And geranium, which promotes peaceful spiritual feelings. So again, same places, back of the neck, wrists. I like
diffusing.
Ears, diffusing.
Yeah.
It comes in a bigger bottle, so you can have a lot of this one. So, and I think we already covered this, but I'll go over it again. It comes in the pack. I don't have the box anymore, but it comes in a cute little box, and it comes with all 6 of these. In which I love the colors too for the kids, because they know which color to grab. Kids are very associated with color when they're young. So I think that's helpful for them. They don't have to read the bottle. They can just be like, I grabbed the yellow one or whatever. So all of these come in the 5 ml as well, which you can drop in the diffuser or the rollers. So now you don't have to worry about misplacing any of these, because you can get the whole collection and put it in your purse or your diaper bag or whatever, and you have just a toolbox on the go. So I like that. And it also, I like putting these on the counter because I feel like it's really good. They're safe. And I feel like it's really good for the kids to be able to run up and grab the one they want and learn oils along with me. So I keep the more, sort of hotter oils up on the shelf, and I keep these down low so the kids know what to grab, and they can grab the one they want and use it. So, but use your own judgment, depending on your kids' ages, obviously, if that's appropriate for your situation. But anyway, now I was hoping that Claudine would be able to share her experience.
So Wade, I had a question real quick.
Yes.
Could you mix the kid power with the, what is it, the one that was before the genie? Is it okay to kind of like mix the two together as far as like, because God knows we all need confidence and
Yeah.
and focus at the same time. So is that something that's okay to do?
I can answer that. You want me to answer that, Christy?
Yeah, go ahead.
So what you do is, so this is a great question. So I'm glad you asked it so I can share this, because for all these different reasons you might be using oils, it's always great to start with courage first. So before you face anything or before you do anything. So a lot of times what we do with these blends or with even single oils is we do a thing called layering. So we'll start with one. So if you had always something that gives you courage before you deal with something else, whether it's an emotion or a discomfort or an injury, then it would make sense to use kids power, right? Maybe before, and then layer, and then let that one come into the body, and then try a different one and let that one come in. When we're mixing them, we're usually mixing single oils together, although I have mixed blends because, you get so connected with them, you sort of get very intuitive with them. But in the beginning, I think I would layer one before the other. Does anybody else have an idea about that?
Well, honey, I was just going to add on that that's what we learn with Valor anyway. When we teach Raindrop, that we use Valor to help balance our body's electrical currencies and frequencies, just like you could use the kid power then, and Valor, just from learning through Raindrop, is just always what we start with, just like you can always end with peppermint because it helps to drive the oils deeper and further, into the bloodstream, just like Copaiba to amplify the other oils at the end,
Yeah. Is Claudine still on here to do a little share with us? Does anybody know? Can you see if she's
I am.
here? Oh, good. Claudine, I don't know what you thought you might want to share because I'm sure anything would be fabulous. I just remember so many times you sharing things without thinking you were sharing things and about what you're doing with your kids. And I was always so inspired by it because I know that you have some interesting things that you do and your kids have such a great relationship with the oils, and it was always fun to hear from you. So I didn't know what you had to share tonight. Claudine's living in Reno now, right, Claudine?
Yeah, I'm my other half is. We'll be there soon. So
Okay.
we're still here in California.
Okay, good.
I didn't have anything really planned to share, but it was because of my kids I didn't have Samantha at the time, or I just had her, but I was struggling with my son in school. He was having a hard time with transitions. He was having he had messed up stomach yeast overgrowth issues. Can I say that? And all the things that you had talked, or not all, but a lot of things that you had talked about in that first class that you taught with Laura at Shari's house, which like sparked my interest, like, oh, we're dealing with this too. And so I had come to the point at school that I needed to do something because he was not going to be asked to leave. And I started looking, he was diagnosed with autism. So at the time there was a lot of, before they kind of shut down the sharing that people could do, people were sharing freely about the things that were working for them with their kids. And I could relate to a lot of the same struggles that they were having. So kind of gathered all this information. There was a lot of same ones that were mentioned. So I grabbed those, gave him to his aide and said, if he gets into, gets emotional or has a hard time, take him to the Peace Corner and have him use these oils, and I instructed the teacher and his aide on how he can use them, and started using them with him. And then they contacted me and said, okay, what are these oils? What's going on? Because the change was so profound. And they wanted to know more. So they could because there was a autism site there at the school as well. So I had just learned, I couldn't teach what you guys had taught me. So you guys came out to school, or we met somewhere out in Folsom, and you guys taught a class to the administration, and they ended up getting diffusers and everything for all the classrooms after, what you guys had shared. And it was from that point on that I started to dive a little deeper. Okay, what are all these different struggles that we're having, and how can I help support my kids? And around that time, my daughter was born. So pretty much that is all she has been exposed to. And just like, you said, Christy, getting your kids involved and having them be empowered, they started to, know which oils they needed for certain things, and it became like a routine. We put our thieves on before school, we put our valor on, and breathe that in, and it just became a routine. So when you start to give them the tools, and they're empowered, and then they know when things are happening. If they have a tummy ache. For the longest time, Gize was my daughter's favorite oil, but she was having a lot of tummy issues, and she knew that it would make her feel better. And so she got over the smell, or it didn't bother her. And my son would need to have before a karate, belt testing or golf or having to speak in front of class, he would ask for the valor, or he would just grab it himself. And so I think as
we're kind of losing her. Can everyone hear her?
you start giving
No, I can't hear.
We're losing you, Claudine. That was so great.
That was really great. I love that.
I could listen to you all day talk about that, Claudine. I don't know if you can hear us, but that
you guys can't hear me? Okay.
Oh, no, there you are.
Oh, I'm sorry you guys can't hear me. So
We
Maybe
can
I-
hear you now.
oh, okay. Well, it says my connection is unstable. So I don't know how much of what you got, but
We got most
empower
of
your
it.
kids, get them involved, and they will start to feel empowered and know what to use.
So great. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's so good. Okay, Christy, what do you want to do next?
So we can just, I'll go through this slideshow. So for kids, there's the toothpaste, there's the lotion, bath gel, shampoo. Of all those products, I have to say the bath gel is my favorite and my kids' favorite. It works really well, and it's not runny. It is like a gel, it's clear. And in fact, we ran out last night out of the shower, and my daughter was like, "There's no more left." I was like, "Well, go get some. It's under the sink." And so she was like, "Give me some of my bath gel." So they love the bath gel. It's one of their favorites. And then let's move on to supplements.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much time do we have? I'm just going to run through these kind of quick, but I'm real excited about these. Can you guys see me? Because I can't see that you can see me. So
I can see you.
okay. So I might even have Laura say a little something about the Unwind, but I'm just gonna share a little bit about these supplements. These supplements can and are commonly used with adults as well, but they are also great dosages for children. So it doesn't mean that they're not any good for adults. And I'm learning that, and Laura even shared with me about her experience with Unwind. But Unwind is it's kind of like a powdered type of pixie stick, kind of the way you take it. It's a high technology. What it has in it, it helps you to calm down. Now, what I learned about it is you can actually use this product during the day to be calm or to get ready for bedtime. It does not make you drowsy, but it allows your body to become calm enough to easily get rested. So it's great at night, especially for kids on different spectrums. It's amazing, but all of us in general. It has L-theanine, which is an amino acid that's calming, that's not drowsing. By the way, if you're looking at a phone or a TV, if it's not dark, if there's lights around you, this will not make you sleepy, if that makes sense. So if it's all dark, it'll help you. But if it's not dark out and around you, even a cell phone or a TV, it will stimulate a certain part of your brain, and it will not. So it works better, obviously, when it's calm in the atmosphere and there's no lights and you're not looking at a phone or whatever. But what it does, it has a marine mineral magnesium, and that's the high technology of the product. So the marine mineral magnesium is broad spectrum, and it comes from a plant source, and it's synergistic. And so what it does is it raises your GABA production in the brain, which regulates your stress responses. And it's the thing we definitely don't want a lot of as we get older. We want to reduce that GABA, or we want that GABA level up. So it has that marine mineral magnesium, which is absorbed really well. And there's also 5-HTP, which is a natural precursor for melatonin and serotonin. So that just helps your body to make its own. And it's great during the day, mood balancing. And it also has an essential oil that I'm really a big fan of. By the way, if you have Roman chamomile and you don't have tranquil, or you don't have sleepy eyes, but you have Roman chamomile, that's the heavy hitter in the calming action. And so Roman chamomile is amazing. And it shortens the time that you will fall asleep. So even though we have a lot of sleep products, this product is really exciting because it's a day or night. And I don't know if Laura's still on, but Laura, will you share your experience with Unwind?
Yeah, I mean, it's actually pretty simple. I just, like Christy was saying earlier, it's nice to, maybe there's a reverberation with your phone. Johnny and I are both on with our phones, so I'm hearing myself. Hold on one second.
Sound good to us though.
Yeah, turn. Okay, I know, but then I can't think. Okay, you put it down. Christy, when you were saying it's nice to I don't know how you worded it, but mix it up with the oils and supplements and products. So, you know, when you've been with Young Living for many years, as many of us here in this class tonight have been, you just end up trying so many different oils and supplements because you get it free this month, or you got an extra one accidentally, or you did a trade, you know, with a friend, whatever. And so, yeah, the next thing you know, you just go through so many different oils and supplements to where the next thing you know, you have found that right one for you, or so you think. And the next thing you know, that one doesn't work the same way as you thought it did, but you found something new. I mean, it's just great. So Unwind, excuse me, has been working for me lately to help me to sleep. So, you know, even though, yeah, it's for children, it's an amazing, you know, fun little, like, you know, pixie stick, like you were saying, Tina. And, you know, same concept as the children's Mighty Pro. That's also a prebiotic too. So, you know, our Life 9 is fabulous, and you absolutely want to need that in your life. But it's also nice to have that prebiotic too. So it's fun to have the pixie stick that Christy is showing, the prebiotic and the probiotic for the kids and for you. You can even put it in like a fun glass, like, you know, candy jar, like the Kardashians have in their house. Don't get me wrong, I don't follow them.
I put it
but
in a jar.
Well, I'm going to go over that product in a second, Laura. So I just wanted you to cover the Unwind.
Yeah, I have a mason jar, but it's fun to put the pixie sticks in, you know, pretty like glass jars or whatever to make it fun for everyone. So yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I hope that was good.
I have a question. So I was giving this to the kids, just taking the top off, putting it in their mouth, and they were like, that's kind of strong. And
Which
so
one, Unwind or
Unwind.
or
So I did it one time and I was like, oh, that is kind of strong. So then somebody said, put it in a cup of water.
That was me.
That was you. So it's true. It does sort of even out that watermelon flavor.
Yeah, it's actually, some people don't like the flavor of that one. I don't think it's bad, but kids too. But because the other one that Laura was just talking about, the Mighty Pro, is so good. And the other one is half as good. Let's say that for taste, but it's still good to me. But yeah, if you put the other one in water, it tastes fantastic. Yeah, it's really good. Thank you, because I almost forgot that, Christy.
Thank you for the tip, because they changed the formula on KidSense recently. They changed whatever the sweetener on the bag.
Yes, they did.
And it made a difference for me, because I'm going, ugh, I don't like it anymore, but I still took it.
Right.
So thank you for the tip on the water, Tina, because that will help me in the future.
Yeah, it literally tastes great in the water. It's weird. Like,
Good.
it's so much
Thank
better.
you. Thanks.
But okay, so back to Mighty Pro. So Laura, I don't know if you know this, but guess what I learned about Mighty Pro? Mighty Pro is not just a prebiotic. It's also a probiotic. Okay, it's both.
Yeah.
And it has 8 strains actually. And the thing that's really awesome about Mighty Pro, because we all love the Life 9. It's a very amazing like probiotic product we have. You have to keep it in your fridge though. This you can travel with. It's a higher technology in that you don't have to keep it refrigerated. And it has a thing called fructooligosaccharide. And that is one of the prebiotics. And then the Ningxia wolfberry is the other prebiotic. And you don't have to take a capsule. So some people, like both of those, I don't know, call them like effervescent type products, are nice because for people who don't like to take pills or children that don't like to take pills, this is a great option for them. And I'm not kidding you when I tell you that I take this every day personally. I love it. I still keep my Life 9. My Life 9 for me is like big guns. This is my daily kind of work on my gut. So, and I like the high technology of it. And then also just as a side note, the Mightyzymes, which is an enzyme, those are great for adults too. I know so many people with gut issues or that seriously take care of their guts, but they just kind of carry those around and pop them all the time. A child would maybe be having like maybe up to 4 a day or 1 with every meal. They're chewable. Okay. So I heard this tip yesterday that you can crush it and stick it in the Mighty Pro packet and take it all at one time. And that's an easier way to take the Mighty Zymes or the enzymes to help you break down the food you're eating, which is great. So the thing we like to do with that, like a lot of my grandkids really like the flavor of the Mighty Zymes, but some people don't. But it's not bad at all. It's like a little bit pepperminty and kind of chalky a little bit, but it's really, really nice, and it is great for everyone. So just keep in mind, if that's all you have on hand, you can use that too. It's a whole food source, like all of our supplements from Young Living, which makes it really rare. What do I want to say? Oh, Mighty Zyme. So Mighty Zyme is great for fullness and bloating, minor cramping. It has calcium in it. It has digestive enzymes. It has carrot root powder, which has A, B, K, and potassium. So, I mean, it's a whole food source, if that makes sense. Also with the Mighty vitamins, there's so much with the Mighty vitamins. I couldn't even like cover it all today, but it's like what Christy was saying, Gary Young, like when he designs his products, and you'll see this with our skincare, with our makeup, with our supplements, with our oil blends, and that's why sometimes things are out of stock, because we have to source all these ingredients, right? And so that's what happens. But he always downloaded these recipes because of the technology and the science, and also his intuition and him being a natural practitioner of health. He would put these products together based on what the best product was, not how easy it is to source, you know, whatever thing. So some of the things about the Mighty Vites that I didn't know is it has this thing called organ FA, which is natural folate, which is a big deal because a lot of the folate that you have in other vitamins are not from a natural source, which means they don't get absorbed and don't work as well. So that's a big deal. And that's really great for the heart. It's really great for your nervous system. There's A, C, D, E, B12, B6. B6 is amazing for mood for children. B12, it helps with the cellular in blood. There's biotin for skin. There's all kinds, there's broccoli in here, you guys. I mean, it's zinc, all of it. So it's a very, very full vitamin for children. The favorite products I have to say in here would be, for me, the new technology, Mighty Pro and Unwind. We've had the other, I love, a lot of people use that enzyme. A lot of adults even use that enzyme. So the enzyme's amazing too. But those two products, which are newer products to Young Living, are just fabulous. And so I hope you guys give them a chance sometime. And if you get them for your children, you can use them too. So anyone else have any shares about any of those products?
Rebecca, are you on here? Yeah, Rebecca.
Oh, good.
Something?
There we go. Okay. Yeah, we're here.
Hi, Rebecca.
I don't know
Welcome
if
back
you
from Hawaii.
No, thank you. I don't know if you can see me. I can't see what my camera is showing.
I know, I
everybody.
couldn't see me either, but I can see you.
Okay. Let me see. Oh, there we go. Do you say hi, Kensley?
Hi, Kinsley.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, look at, you want to show them? This is, you want to tell them what's your favorite oil?
I have sleepy eyes.
You like sleepy eyes.
Yay.
I mean, I have probably so many different stories, but regarding like these particular, the kid scents, Kensley asks for sleepy eyes every night now before bed. If I forget, she'll like wake me up, or if I'm trying to go to sleep, mom, you forgot my sleepy eyes. So she's, and that's when you ask her what her favorite oil is, she'll say sleepy eyes. And then one of my other kids really likes the Unwind. So I haven't found a product that I haven't liked yet, or that the kids haven't liked. There's always some scents where they're like, oh, what's that? But are you all done? But yeah, the sleepy eyes, and it helps me fall asleep. I tend to have a hard time falling asleep or settling down to sleep. And, I've noticed on nights when I use it, I'm able to kind of calm my thoughts and fall asleep faster.
So great.
Perfect. Thank you. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rebecca.
Will she use an oil for us? Will Kensley use an oil?
Yeah, Kensley, you want to show them how to use the oil? Okay, come back. I don't know, when she climbs up here, you'll have to tell me if you can see her, because I don't know why I can't see myself.
I know, I don't know why I can't see myself either.
Oh, Josh had said it's because you have like the screen sharing on, so it will only show the screen that you're sharing, I guess.
Okay.
Oh, you'll do it? Okay, can you see her?
Yes.
Okay, how do you do sleepy eyes? Like that. And then what do? You rub it. And then what? You smell it. Oh, she likes to rub it on her chest.
Oh. It's so cute.
Thank you, Kensley. Thanks for showing us. Hi.
Thank you, Kensley. Okay, did you want me to talk about Raindrop for Children a little bit, Christy?
Yes, it is 8:08, but I have no problem with.
I can do this kind of quick. So I just wanted to share a story about my grandson. So honestly, because of the oils, I believe, so I had my 2 sons and then I had a grandson. And when I had my 2 sons, I didn't have the oils in my life until they were in junior high. So then when I had my grandson, I got to have a guinea pig. Right. So anyway, we were diffusing and I was rubbing him down with everything. And his mom and his dad, my son, we would rotate kind of like this protocol. So we would turn, we'd rub him down pretty much with like lavender, carrier. We put thieves in the diffuser if he started to get sniffly, and we just noticed he would rebound, he would sleep, he would wake up the next day. So for 2 years, other than going to a checkup at the doctor's office, which of course they took him in, he really had no illnesses other than like a sniffle here and there that would go away really quickly. So I was amazed by that because my children, that was not the story. We had, 15 ear infections the first year, and it was just like this whole other world of unhealthiness. And so to watch my grandson be so healthy, it was like amazing. But then one night God said, here's one for you. Let's see what you got for me, And so that night, Wyatt actually was staying over and he was in my bed and he ended up with the croup. Okay. So it was the middle of the night. It was where I was like, oh my gosh, I think I need to take him to the emergency room. I don't know what to do. And I actually couldn't get a hold of his mom to be able to take him in. And so it was like literally he went to the place where he couldn't breathe. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to call 911, and in the meantime, I thought, oh my gosh, I grabbed my Raindrop oils because the Raindrop is very, very powerful for your immune system. And I do that on adults. And I had read that you can use the Raindrop oils on small children if you did it this way. So I just want to share this with you guys because it was so powerful. Can you guys see me okay? Anyone? Can you see me?
Yes.
Okay. So Raindrop oils are a specific set of oils that help with the immune system. They're applied on the feet, they're applied on the spine. It's a treatment we do. It's called Raindrop. And it's oregano, thyme, basil, wintergreen, marjoram, cypress, aromaceas, and peppermint, starting with Valor, which I didn't mention. So those are the Raindrop oils. You can buy it in a kit or buy them separately. But anyway, I had my little set in a little rounder of my Raindrop oils. And you can actually just take your fingertips on the orifice of your bottles, and it's not even a drop. But I don't know if you can see that my fingers are slightly wet. So that's how much oil I applied to his feet. And I did that very quickly. I did Valor, I did oregano, put it on the bottoms of his feet. He was 2. Thyme, basil, by the way, oregano and thyme, they're very hot oils. So of course I always have a carrier around in case he starts going, my feet or something. So, but he didn't. On the bottoms of feet, it was a great spot. And I went through all the Raindrop oils, doing that application, and I didn't do his spine. I just did his feet because some of those oils are very hot. And within 2 minutes, you could see that like he was kind of in that panic place where it's like an asthma attack or something. And so he was like, he started to calm down and he started to be able to breathe. And it was like, we could take him to the doctor and he was functioning. And it was just like, I'm not kidding you. It was this moment of like, I was just so thankful. I was just so thankful that his body responded, his immune system responded, and he was able to bring himself to a place where he could breathe and calm down. So, but of course we were still going to our doctor. But anyway, I just think it's really powerful. You have people here that you're in contact with. All these ladies on here that have been around for a little while can share with you about Raindrop. And I think it's really powerful. When I found Raindrop in my healing arts school, I knew I was going to be using this on my children. I knew that this would be an incredible, incredible healing tool to share with other mothers, friends, and family. And so many of you here, we've all taught Raindrop together to thousands of people, really, because we've all shared it. And so I just want everyone who sees this video to ask and inquire about this amazing technique that we can share with you. And it's amazing. I've been doing it now for probably 18 years. It's a main part of my healing practice that I do. And so I love teaching it. I've even taught it to children. And so I don't know if anyone else wants to share any thoughts about Raindrop in closing, but I just going to highly recommend that protocol. Christy, you do Raindrop, right?
I do it on my family, and I taught my kids how to do it, except for my son. He's 15. He'll let me do it on him though. He'll let me do the Raindrop. So I'm like, at least he lets me do it. But he actually benefits as well, and has said, hey, I noticed this about myself, 12 hours later or 24 hours later. So I taught my daughter how to do it on me, and I taught my husband how to do it on me, and then I do it on the rest of them. So it's fun because we can all sort of get that treatment, done on each other. And since you've been gone for the last few weeks, Tina, I haven't had a Raindrop. So my husband finally did a Raindrop on me. I was like, oh, phew, my Raindrop. Because it really does, like when you get it, you sort of are, you're getting it, but then after like a few times and then you don't get one, it's like, wait,
what's wrong?
Raindrop,
what's wrong with me?
Because it really does work very effectively and goes in deep in the body, and that's very noticeable. So yes,
it's a booster for your immune system, but also emotional and spiritual balancing as well, which is like the trifecta,
Yeah.
So
sure.
I know we're running over time, but thank all of you for coming. If you have any other questions, put them in the chat bar and I'll make Christy answer them for you.
Yes, I will. And I'll post it online afterwards. So I always post to Wild Home Sweet Home on Facebook. And then Tina also will post to Wild Simplified, right?
Yes, I need to post. I have a class from last week. I still need to post, but yeah. And reach out to us if you need a copy of this and you were in this class and you want to share it or whatever. So we'll get it to you.
For sure. Thank you guys for coming. Sienna, did you have one last thing?
Just that the Raindrop, when you don't have anybody around at your house, you can do it to yourself on your feet. And that's really effective, especially when you fall below the wellness line and you're the main caretaker.
Done.
Good thought.
Like in my closet, like putting my
Anyway, thank you all.
Thank you, Sienna. Thank you, Deborah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye, Johnny.
Thank you. Bye.
Rebecca, Juana, Trisha,
Bye.
Julia, Gia.
Bye. I need a Raindrop.
Okay, next week, I promise.
Yeah, you better.
Okay.
Me too.
Love you.
Claudine, I owe you 4 or 5. You better get one.
I know. All right. Bye, ladies.
Bye.
Right now.